This is a very important video, so stick around. So we're going to be talking about robotics in this particular video, and we're going to be talking about the three main parts of a robot that is very, very important. Even if you don't have a robot or you're not planning on getting any robot, you have a phone, so you can learn one or two things from this particular video. So I'm going to be talking about the three important parts of a robot that if one part of it fails, the robot is entirely useless. So number one, we have the microcontrollers, we have the actuators, and we have the sensors. What does the microcontroller do? This is the brain of the robot, which helps the robot to make decisions, interpret every networks and connections that's receiving from the sensors. And we also have the sensors, which is the device, and the microcontrollers that receives the information from the receiver and translates those information, sending it to the microcontroller for it to be able to perform different functions. So, and lastly, we have the actuators, which is like the muscle of the robot. Without this muscle of the robot, if the robot sends a signal, or if the microcontroller sends a signal to the robot, it cannot be able to perform any function, because the actuators is what actually makes those moves. These are the tiny motors that helps the robot to make moves. Let's say, for instance, this particular joint now, the robot is supposed to bring his hand down. The actuators is what helps the robot to bring his hand down or make moves or avoid obstacles and the rest of all those other stuffs. So I'm going to be dropping more robotics topic. See you on the other side. Peace out.